Every single decision we make, big or small, can be boiled down to an if-then scenario. If you think about it, conditionals aren't just grammar. They're how we navigate life.
That's a fascinating way to look at it. And honestly, it makes sense. We are constantly weighing possibilities, imagining outcomes, and reflecting on past decisions. But when it comes to English grammar, conditionals can feel like a maze.
And that's why today we're breaking it all down. Zero, first, second, and third conditionals. What they mean, how to use them, and why they're more than just rules in a textbook. Before we begin, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Help this hive grow and keep the learning buzzing. Let's start with the zero conditional, the simplest of them all. The zero conditional is all about facts, things that are always true. It's like the foundation of logic. The structure is simple. If plus the present simple, followed by the present simple.
So, something like, if you heat water, it boils?
Perfect example. It's straightforward and scientific. But let's make it more personal. Think about your daily habits. Can you give me a zero conditional sentence based on your routine?
Let's see. If I don't set an alarm, I wake up late?
That's spot on. And you can flip it too. I wake up late if I don't set an alarm. Same meaning, just a different order. This flexibility is one of the great things about conditionals.
Oh, so you can always flip the order.
Yes, with all four conditionals, you can put the if part first or second. If it's first, you usually add a comma in the middle. If it's second, no comma needed. It's a small detail, but it makes your sentences more polished.
That's a really useful tip. So, where do we see zero conditionals in real life?
Everywhere, especially in professional settings. Think about company policies or training manuals. You'll see phrases like, if the system goes offline, all users lose access. Or, if a client misses a payment deadline, our team sends an automatic reminder.
Oh, so it's like the language of standard procedures.
That's right. It's calm, factual, and professional. You're not talking about possibilities. You're stating reliable truths or fixed processes. It's perfect for presentations, reports, and even customer service emails.
All right, let me try one. If the customer sends a complaint, the team responds within 24 hours.
That's perfect. You'd sound like a seasoned professional in any global office. Ready to move on to the first conditional?
Let's do it.
The first conditional is for real possibilities in the future. It's about things that could genuinely happen. The structure is if plus the present simple, followed by will, plus the base verb.
So, like, if it rains tomorrow, I will stay at home.
Correct. And here's the key detail. Even though you're talking about the future, the if part uses the present simple, not the future. This is where a lot of learners trip up.
Oh, like saying, if it will rain tomorrow?
Yes, that's a classic mistake. But in standard English, we never use will in the if part of a conditional. It's always present simple.
Got it. No will in the if. I'll write that down.
Please do. Now, let's think about how this works in real life. Imagine you're in a job interview and someone asks, what will you do if you get this position?
Oh, I've definitely heard that question before.
And here's how you'd answer. If I get this position, I will focus on building strong relationships with the team in the first 90 days. It's clean, confident, and future-oriented.
That does sound really polished. So, first conditionals are great for professional scenarios?
Absolutely. For example, if we increase the budget, we'll be able to expand the campaign. Or if the proposal gets approved, we'll move to the next phase. It's direct, clear, and exactly what global teams need.
These sound so natural, not like, should the proposal receive approval, we shall proceed.
Right, that's Victorian English. First conditionals keep things modern and straightforward, and they're also great for negotiations. For example, If you can offer a better timeline, we'll consider moving forward. It's diplomatic without being overly committal.
Oh, so it's like a soft push?
Exactly. A soft push. Ready for the second conditional?
Bring it on.
The second conditional is for imaginary or unlikely situations in the present or future. The structure is if plus the past simple, followed by would plus the base verb.
Okay, if I won the lottery, I would buy a very large sofa.
Specific. I respect it. And yes, that's a perfect second conditional. Now, here's the important part. Even though you're using the past tense in the if part, you're not talking about the past. The past tense here signals that the situation is hypothetical, not real.
Oh, so the past tense is doing a different job?
Yes, it's not saying this happened, it's saying this is not reality. English can be sneaky like that.
English is very sneaky.
It is. And here's another sneaky detail the verb to be. In formal English, we use were for every subject in the if part of a second conditional. So, if I were you, not if I was you.
Oh, I always said if I was. I didn't know that.
Now you do. And here are some professional examples. If I were in your position, I would prioritize the client relationship over the short term cost. Or, if we had a larger team, we would be able to take on more projects.
These sound very wise, like something a consultant would say.
That's the second conditional's job to sound wise and strategic. It's also great for giving diplomatic advice. Instead of saying, you're doing this wrong, you can say, if I were handling this, I might approach it differently.
Oh, it softens the criticism.
Completely. And in global professional environments, that kind of linguistic diplomacy is invaluable. Ready for the third conditional?
Let's do it.
The third conditional is for imagining a past that didn't happen. The structure is if plus the past perfect, followed by would've plus the past participle.
Okay, this sounds complicated.
It looks heavier, but the feeling is simple. It's about regret, hindsight, and analysis. For example, if I had studied harder, I would have passed. You didn't study, you didn't pass, it's done.
If I had studied harder, so had studied, not just studied.
Exactly. Past perfect in the if part. And then would have plus the past participle in the result.
If I had left earlier, I would have caught the train.
Perfect. And notice, there's no changing it now. That train is gone. The third conditional is always about a closed past.
It's a little sad.
It can be, but it's also useful for learning from mistakes. For example, if we had communicated the risks earlier, we would have avoided the delay. It's not just regret, it's analysis,
So it's about figuring out what went wrong and why.
correct? And that makes it a very mature professional tool. Leaders who use third conditionals in reviews sound thoughtful, not defensive. They're analyzing the past to improve the future.
Can I mix second and third conditionals like if I had studied more, I would be in a better job now?
Brilliant. Yes, that's called a mixed conditional. You're connecting a past choice to a present reality. For example, if I had invested in that company, I would be a millionaire now.
If I had taken more English classes, I would speak better now.
And that is both grammatically perfect and personally relatable to every learner out there.
So, quick recap: zero conditional for facts, first conditional for real future possibilities, second conditional for hypothetical situations, third conditional for past regrets, and no will in the if clause.
Exactly. Eventually, the grammar disappears and just the communication remains.
Before we go, what is your one tip for someone who wants to practice conditionals in real life?
Find a decision you need to make this week. Anything? big or small, and talk through it using all four. 0. What are the facts? First, what will happen if you do it? Second, what would happen if the situation were different? Third, looking back at a similar past decision, what would you have done differently?
I love that. Okay, I am going to practice. If I practice every day, I will become fluent. Is that right?
That's a perfect first conditional, and I believe it completely.
Thank you, B, and thank you everyone for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you did, please subscribe, share with a friend who is also learning English, and leave us a comment. We read everything.
We really do. And if you have a grammar topic you want us to tackle next, tell us. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how the best English happens. See you in the hive again soon.
See you next time.